What I think is probably even more funny, though, out of all of this is one woman, Candace Owens, is single-handedly destroying like every like Zionist media out there.
Oh, yeah.
Like by herself. And all she's doing is trying to figure out who murdered her best friend.
Yeah.
And the thing is like she under no circumstance even brought up any of these fuckers' names. They inserted themselves into this fight.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree.
Then you have to ask the question, why? Why did they insert themselves into this fight? More so, who the fuck told them to? That's the bigger question. Who the fuck told them, go say something about Candace Owens? None of them had to say a fucking thing. They could have went on their fucking lives. They did not have to get involved because for the longest time, Tim Pool was silent. And then out of nowhere, he decides to open his big, fat, bald-headed mouth. And now it looks like he's about to close shop because he's losing drastically and he's going psychotic on everybody because of Candace Owens.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I used to love Tim Pool. I used to watch him all the time. I thought he was, I used to think he was, he is a very smart, well-spoken guy when he's not going psychotic. Like he's a very smart guy. He is a very knowledgeable person. He is good in a debate, but he is incredibly like he's got a screw loose on when it comes to Candace Owens. Like he is, I've never seen him.
That's the tinfoil hat guy, right?
No.
Tim
Pool's the guy that always wears the beanie.
Okay.
Timcast, IRL, and stuff like that.
No. Yeah, I know. I don't know.
But he always wears the beanie because he's balding. He's got like a big cul-de-sac on his head. There was a kid, like he met up with somebody, he paid him $10,000 to take off his beanie. And Tim Pool's like, put the cash in my hand and I'll take off my beanie. And this kid put 10 a stack in his fucking hand, and then Tim Pool finally took off his beanie. I was like, holy shit, he is fucking bald as shit.
Sam Tripoli is the tinfoil hat one.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. But I've seen Tim Pool get very, very passionate. I've seen him get very just, energetic and passionate about things and whatnot like that. But he's always in the heat of the moment of a debate and making a point. You know what I mean? Like I've seen him get very, very into something like that. I have never seen him get so emotionally unstable when it comes to being upset about a person. This is the one and only time I've ever seen him get that way just about a person. Like he called her a fucking cunt and a scumbag live on his show. And I'm just like, holy shit, dude, what has happened to this guy? To the point where it seems I haven't like done a ton of research. I've just seen a bunch of conflicting stuff online, but like he had posted that someone came to his compound because he has like where he lives, I guess it's like a compound or whatever like that, right? That somebody came to his compound and opened fire, like shot at his compound, like multiple shots. And this is like not the first time, apparently. Like this has happened like before, like years ago. And then he posted, saying like he's probably, gonna, close Timcast IRL, shut down Timcast IRL or whatever like that, right? But it suspiciously came on the heels of his Milo Yiannopoulos interview when he's talking about like, I've lost thousands of subscribers and followers and stuff like that. And his viewership is dramatically down. And people have been investigating and making calls about this so-called shots, whatever like that. Because he didn't make a police report himself, but people around the area, supposedly called it in. And, but people who have called the sheriff's department in the county over there. There was no reports of any shots, any
No
fire,
shit.
anything reported of shots fired at all.
Hmm.
So, but again, then there's other people, quote unquote, other people in his sphere of influence that are on his side of things when it comes to Candace Owens that are saying, no, I have done my own and I have confirmed this. And yeah, of course you have. But again, it's just like, I don't know. So it's like one of those things of like, well, maybe you're quote unquote closing shop because you're losing.
Yeah. Fucking possibly.
But I don't know, man. It's just, but again, like, none of these fucking people had to insert themselves into this fight. They just had to keep themselves. They could have been like, look, you know, I know Candace is doing her own thing and she believes that what the feds are saying is not true. That's her opinion. That's her prerogative. She wants to do this. That's fine. I, for one, don't believe, I, for one, think that it was Tyler Robinson. So, until I see the government says otherwise, I'm just going to leave it as that and I'm going to stay out of it. That's all they had to do. But no,
Oh yeah.
they had to go the extra route to say, she is this, she is that, she is a vile piece of human trash and all this other bullshit. They are doing this to themselves. And then they are fucking losing to someone who didn't even mention their fucking names.
Yeah, it's a shame. You know, just shut the fuck up and move on and do your shit, and you know.
And that's what Megyn Kelly did. And Ben Shapiro tried to guilt her into fucking like siding with him. You remember that?
Yeah.
And Megyn Kelly was just like, well, it has nothing to do with me. You know, it's not my man. He's like, well, why isn't it your business? Why isn't it? And it was like, well, fuck you, dude. Like, you have no right to make her get on your side. You can go fuck yourself, dude.
Oh yeah. They're fucking it up for themselves, and you know,
every single one of them. Like, I didn't realize like how many fucking people I would lose respect for over this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's so many fucking people that I used to love following their content, watching their stuff when it came up. No more. Like the older millennial on TikTok, I used to love watching his shit. No more. I don't watch his shit at all, because all he is now is anti Candace Owens. That's all he does now. Nothing more. And but again, that's what like everybody is now. They don't talk about anything else besides fuck Candace Owens. That's all they are now. And it's like, move on with your fucking life. Like, there's more than Candace Owens in the world. Okay.
Yeah. There's this huge fucking fuck Candace mentality out there, and let her be her. You know, let her say that, you know, she's not calling anyone out specifically. She's, you know, investigating. She's being an investigative journalist right now. She's looking at every different scenario. Like, take us back to fucking JFK times. Like, I wish there were more people like Candace Owens back during that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's just mind blowing to think that all of these people out there that in fucking even whatchamacallit, and so many people, and so I watched a little bit of the Timcast, the Temple episode with Milo on it, and Temple is very adamant that we're going to lose the midterms and it's going to be 100% Candace Owens' fault, because she's splitting she's the one, she is solely the reason that's like fracturing the conservative side and whatever like that, right? Like, that's pretty much what he's like. She is a vile piece of human trash. She's a fucking cunt. She's a scumbag, and she's the reason we're gonna lose the fucking midterms and all that shit like that, right? I'm just like, but Milo put it in a very relatable, realistic term of why we may lose the midterms. Okay. He was saying like, look, you can sit there and say that it's Candace Owens this, Candace Owens that. Now, realistically, why don't you sit here and say that the reason why we may lose the midterms, which honestly, when you look at things, I don't think we're as high a risk of losing the midterms as people are trying to make it out. I just think it's just a bigger scare tactic to try to get us to hate Candace Owens. But
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there at this point. But Milo is saying, like, whenever people are saying that people are anti-Trump and people are anti this and that because of Candace Owens, because of this and that, or are people are turning away from Trump and whatnot like that because of things that Trump has done or things that the Conservative Party has done because of the Epstein list, because
Yeah.
of things that they're doing currently at the House, at the Senate, at the executive. Like, why are you putting it on a podcaster and not the fact that the government is doing stuff that they shouldn't?
Yeah. Why not putting it on fucking Cash Patel being a fuckhead? You know what I mean? Pam Bondi. Fucking.
Yeah, like it's just one of those things. It's like you can't sit here and try to say that everything is wrong because of a fucking podcaster.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No. That you don't get to do that. You don't get to blame everything on a lowly podcaster.
Yeah.
You get to take some fucking, humility here and say, no, the government is the government and the government sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree.